Hey everybody, Mike with Cargo Dog. Today I want to do an install instructional video. We've had a few people that have got a hold of us, JLU owners, that are having some fitment issues with it fitting into the space in the back where it needs to go, that the bolts aren't long enough. Well, the system for the JKUs and the JLUs is the same. The only difference in it is on the bottom of them. If you have a JKU, this bracket stays on. If you have a JLU, the bracket comes off. Now, in every system that we ship, we give you this card. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to an instruction manual. And if you go back to the JLU section, there's some good information on mounting it in your JLU, because the JLU is a little bit different than the JKU. The JKU is so straightforward, goes in and sits down. There's a couple little things on the floor that have to be done with the JLU too, and we'll show you that. Okay, so to see if you have that bracket on yours, we don't normally ship them with the JLUs, but if we get busy and somebody orders a JLU, we ship them a JKU model. So if you take your carpet out and there's two silver screws right here, you have the bracket on. If you have a JLU, that has to come off. You simply just take them screws out, pull the bracket off the bottom. Now it will sit down into your Jeep the way it's supposed to. So if you're not sure and your bolts don't look like they're long enough, even if you have armor light on your floor that's a little bit extra thick, those bolts should be long enough. 99% of the time we run into, the people have not taken the bracket off. So this is our JKU, and I have the 40% side out. And the reason we have the bracket for the JKU is because there's this indentation back here, and it just gives it support. It actually could be used without it, but we like to build things tough, so we have it on there. The JLU floor is flat, so it does not need that bracket. Also on the JLU, you have studs that stick out of the floor that have a plastic nut on them that hold the rear floor mats from shifting. You're going to have to take that nut off and cut that stud even with the carpet grommet, and otherwise it's going to hold or protrude into the bottom of the Cargo Dog system. And cutting it at even with that grommet is okay, because if you want to go back to putting your seats in, you'll still be able to put the plastic nut on to hold your floor mat, so everything will be good. So just a couple other things. Just remember, if it has the bracket on it, it has to be removed for the JLU. It's only used for the JK. Remember to download your owner's manual and take a look at it. And guys, when you take your bolts out of the floor, JKU or JLU, wire wheel the bolts or run a thread chaser on them, tap the inside out, get that Loctite out of there, because when you go to put these bolts back in and that Loctite's in there, you're going to have some binding issues. Not all of them have the issue, but enough of them do, and the guys that do know what I'm talking about. So just do yourself a favor, and it'll make it nice for the future. If you want to take your 40% side in and out, you're not going to have your bolts binding on you. So we're going to try to address some other little things that people don't notice with our system. So we're going to have some other videos, because there's a lot of bonuses that people aren't noticing. So we'll see you next time.